Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans are terrified that they may be losing Florida, and there are different and new data points that bear this out. In Larry Sabato's recent crystal ball predictions, now that Alex Vindman has entered the Senate race there against MAGA Republican Ashley Moody, that Senate seat race is moving closer and closer to being a Democratic seat. I'll talk more about that in a moment. The polling on Friday for Donald Trump was absolutely atrocious nationwide, and it's been pretty bad in Florida too. And I'm not sure attacking Bad Bunny in the Hispanic community are raising Donald Trump's popularity in the Hispanic community there. But you take a look right here at the new AP North poll, Trump's overall approval right now, 36%. It's like the worst ever, like the worst in history. Economy, 34%. Country heading in the right direction, 29%. I guess some saving grace for Donald Trump is that he's more popular than J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance's approval at 32%. You've got headlines like this right now while Donald Trump's bragging about the economy is great, the Dow Jones is this and that. Middle-class Americans are selling their plasma to make ends meet. Last year, people in the U.S. made an estimated $4.7 billion selling their plasma. I guess that's the new American dream. But what's Ashley Moody doing? She was the individual who was picked by DeSantis to hold that Senate seat after Marco Rubio became the worst Secretary of State in history. Well, she's got big plans this week. She's going to the World Liberty Financial Forum. You know, that's the group where Donald Trump gets all of that crypto from the Middle East, and they invest in Donald Trump personally, and they don't really get anything in return. They don't get a product, they get Donald Trump, and they get the quid pro quo of the White House. They get our semiconductor chips, and Donald Trump makes billions of dollars. And that's the company where Trump's kids are on it and Witkoff's kids are on it while they go and destroy American foreign policy abroad. You look at Trump's overall approval when it comes to some of these red states, Florida, negative 7.5%, according to The Economist. Others have him -2, -3. Some have him slightly, but overall, his popularity in Florida is plummeting. And one of the things we're seeing, as that Politico headline points out, is veterans, people who have devoted their life to service, stepping up. I mean, you've got Lieutenant Colonel Alex Vindman announcing his run for the United States Senate seat. He was up for promotion to be a colonel. You all probably remember the story. He told the truth about what he came forward courageously during the first Trump regime, told the truth about Donald Trump extorting Ukraine. Then Donald Trump got rid of him, and then he had to fight for his job back, and now Alex is running for the Senate. You have people like Phil running. I'll just show you. This was pretty cool. This was Phil endorsing Alex Vindman, and you just see these, incredible veteran Democrats supporting each other in Florida. Let's watch this.
Hi, my name is Phil I'm a retired U.S. Navy commander. I want to tell you about my friend Alex Vindman, a retired Lieutenant Colonel in the United States Army. Alex is running for the Senate of the United States with a sense of integrity and duty to set conditions for all of us to thrive in freedom. It's so important to do that, thinking of children. Children are our future, and Alex will be there for them.
Should also note that, again, Alex Vindman, retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel, was the Director of European Affairs for the United States United Security Council, served 21 years. He was wounded in Iraq, stood up when no one else would, as his brother Eugene Vindman writes. He also has an incredible video when he announced his run. I just want to show you, to remind you about his background. Let's just play this.
Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman, a National Security Council official who testified against the president during the impeachment hearings, has been fired. Jim, the president has been fuming about Vindman apparently ever since he testified.
The last time you saw me was here, swearing an oath to tell the truth about a president who broke his. See, my family came to America as refugees to escape tyranny. And I sure as hell was not going to bow down to some wannabe tyrant. This president unleashed a reign of terror and retribution, not just against me and my family, but against all of us. Today, our country is in chaos. Thug militias attacking citizens, tariffs pushing prices sky high, healthcare premiums through the roof. And Florida homeowners are being absolutely screwed because Ashley Moody caved to the big insurance companies. They put Moody in the Senate to be a yes vote for Trump and the billionaires. She's not Florida Senator, she's theirs. I'm Alex Vindman, and I'm running to be your voice in the Senate. I served 21 years in the Army, was wounded in Iraq, I served presidents of both parties, and I've seen corruption in Washington up close. Over $1 million in Moody's corporate stock was traded last year, while she had access to insider information only Congress gets. That should be outlawed. They gutted disaster assistance for people trying to rebuild their lives, but she's okay with $40 billion bailouts for Argentina? Where's the bailout for Florida's families? I stepped up when my country needed a soldier. I stood up when someone had to say, no one is above the law. I'm asking you, stand with me now to put a check on Donald Trump and the corrupt politicians who think your tax dollars are their personal piggy bank. The billionaires and the special interests will throw everything they've got to try to stop us. But in the infantry, we didn't back down from a fight. In a democracy, you decide who's going to stand for you, the patriot or the politician. Join us.
Now let's bring in Alex Vindman. Alex, it's great to see you. It's no surprise that, people are going to say, but isn't Florida a red state? Isn't this a safe, solid red state? I think if anybody has the ability to flip that Senate seat, it's you. And that's why I think so many people are encouraged that you are running. But talk to us about, the plan to flip this seat.
Hey, thanks for having me back on, Ben, in different role this time. Look, I stepped in. I've been in Florida for more than 3 years. We came here as the first place we got a chance to choose to live after the military sending me across different parts of the world and just telling me where to go. We planted our roots here. My daughter's thriving. I moved my dad down about 6 months after us. So this is where this is home for us. And in the military, we have this expression, you go to some place and you leave it better than you found it. This state is headed in the wrong direction. We have a economy that's unaffordable. We have the highest insurance rates in the country, and my opponent, Ashley Moody, is a part of the reason that we are here, because she caved to the big insurance companies. We have insecurity in our streets. Large swaths of our community feel unsafe to go out of their homes. That is a product of Trump's abuse of power, setting in what looked like militias, the kinds of folks that we saw patrolling the street. In the military, when I was in combat, we had well-trained troops that were respectful to the civilians, even in combat zones, in war zones. That's not what Trump is doing. He's sending out a militia with a signal that they could do whatever they want. They could be heavy-handed. They're armed to the teeth. They look like the military to be able to abuse a population. This kind of chaos that we're seeing here and overseas, Trump embracing our enemies and casting aside our allies, the corruption, these gold-plated toilets and planes from Qatar, all these types of, we've never seen this level of corruption before, and the costs being shifted from the billionaires. They're getting the tax breaks. We're losing healthcare. They're getting all sorts of benefits, and the powerful or that are in their pocket are getting the benefits, and the burden's shifting to ordinary Americans. That is not something I'm going to sit back and watch unfold. And we have a clear path. Trump's margins across the country and in the state have shrunk because people are rejecting his policies. That's why you see him increasingly thinking about how he's going to steal an election, because he doesn't have any good ideas. And now Florida has a fighter in their corner, and that's how we're going to win the seat. If you're with me for this fight, please go to alexvindman.com and support me and support this effort. And we're going to take back the state in Trump's own backyard, regardless of what he throws at us.